Happy Transformer Tuesdays. Today we're having a Christmas dinosaur special extravaganza. Got this $5 little kitty goofy Grimlock here. Partner picked that up because he saw it at the store. He saw it was $5, and as he quoted, super cute. And he came packaged in his dinosaur mode. So I now have a little Grimlock here. And when I opened him up, I thought, this is pretty cool. Very simplistic, but this is just like the friggin' core class Dinobot, only a little bit better. They both have their pluses and their minuses, but I think this guy overall is a cooler looking. His legs stick out like crazy, and his tail's still huge and fat, but I don't know. I don't like this. But this guy's tail weapon sucks too. Who has a worse tail back? I don't know. But this guy was $10 and this guy was $5, and they're not that different. And this guy has a bunch of negatives that are all attached to him being part of a combiner series, which is lame. But let's look at both of them and compare each mode. This guy has some great sculpting on him. His legs stick out like crazy and look dumb, as does his giant fat tail end with his lame weak body. But the biggest fail on this fella is, he can't open up his mouth to chomp because he's a T-Rex. That's like the coolest thing. But neither can this one. So whatever. Articulation is you can move this up and down. Same with this here. And these are on a little bit of kind of a ball joint, but you can't move it out too much, and it pops that open if you do. But yeah, just pretty much up and down and a tiny bit of wiggle. That's it for articulation, but that's better than this dude. All he has is up and down, and I guess ankle swivel because of his transformation, but that's lame. And you can also do like a weird kick because of how he transforms, but that's lame. But that's it. He can't move his arms. I guess he can move his head up and down, but not side to side, and he can't chomp with his mouth. So that's a big fail for a T-Rex, which sucks because this is my favorite scale, and I wanted this to be my favorite of all the Legends figures, and because of some dumb combiner feature with all the other Dinobots, which, by the way, I don't remember them ever transforming into a combiner. Maybe I'm crazy, but not in any Transformer I'm familiar with. But because he transforms into a combiner, he's got a bunch of extra stuff that doesn't help that regular bot, and yeah, it's just weak. So overall, I like this dude better, even though he's got a lot of problems with him. They're all the same problems as this one, but he looks like a cooler dinosaur. The end of his tail is lame, but so is this one too. So I don't know, which do you think looks cooler as just a dinosaur, as a T-Rex? They both have their problems, but this dude, for all of his problems, he looks like a cooler war mech. Look at those cool missile pods on his fat legs that just stick out. So ridiculous. But transformation, hell easy. Just pop the end of his tail off. And we're just flipping this whole thing down. That's all you do. And you gotta have these kind of flat out, but then we're just pulling these over, and there's not perfect clearance, but you can wiggle it a little, and the plastic has a lot of give, and then just pulling that back, and boom, we're done. He has little molded hands right in there, but yeah, that's it. He can't even split his legs apart. They're all one solid piece. That's what keeps this figure from being better than this one, is the fact that you can't split his legs together, and he has no hand at all down there. He just has a hole right there that you can plug this into for a weapon, which is really dumb. So his robot mode is pretty stupid. But his dino mode's pretty awesome, and for $5, like, he's a good just fiddle around with guy. If his legs split, I would honestly say this is a decent figure, but he has no articulation with the legs at all except doing that. And yeah, just up and down. But head stuck, nothing you can do. You can swivel the waist though, that's something. This guy's a little bit more involved, but not much. You got to take his tail weapon off as well, and then you're just like doing the same thing of pulling his legs up and around, but they separate, so I guess that's cool. His arms are the same way. He's just got hands underneath, but at least they're molded in different colors, so you swivel those out so they're facing the right direction. And yeah, he can do this for his like combiner thing, but that doesn't really do anything for his robot mode at all. So that's kind of lame, but he's got good articulation with that ball joint right there, just as far as being able to spin. And of course, we gotta put the head up and break that apart. And we're pretty much just flipping this backwards. So yeah, just flipping it backwards, and take this tab thing, which I believe is from the combined mode, and push that backwards as well. But there you go. That's his robot mode for. I always have trouble pigging that guy in. There we go. That's his robot mode for the Legends, or excuse me, the core class. His weapon looks a lot better. He's much smaller in this mode. He is smaller in both modes, which is funny because he costs twice as much. But he's pretty cool. I like him. His robot mode looks way better. They both have good sculpting and the same basic color scheme. But, you know, he's got a lot of good molding there too. But all that motion we got in the legs there, which is just so much better for him. Yeah, and this guy, his robot mode is just kind of a fail. It looks good. Great sculpting throughout. And the painting on him, although sparse, looks really good. But his weapon is dumb. And his posability is really lame. This guy, like, his robot mode's actually still pretty good. I hate this whole gimmick because it's just wasted features and articulation that could have gone to making the figure better just by himself. But robot mode does look good, and it interacts well with other Legend scale figures. This guy, not so much, but Grimlock's always been bigger, so throw him next to a regular Legend scale figure, and it kind of works with the scale. Also, who really keeps their Grimlock in robot mode? That's why he's so cool, because he's a T-Rex, and he always stays in T-Rex mode anyhow. So, like, why are we comparing these modes as, like, the thing? It looks good, though. Robot mode, this guy's the clear winner. But let's get them back into their dino modes. And very easy for both. But, again, this guy just a little bit more complicated because, you know, he's not so kiddified. I don't know. All Grimlocks are pretty similar. But these guys are so the same with just it's really hard to like one. It's hard to like this one more. The new one I just got isn't the best thing ever. It's got a lot of problems with it, but so does this one. And this guy is $5. This guy is $10, and Legends cost, I think, what, $13, $14 now, depending on where you buy them from. But they used to be, they used to be like $8. Then they became $10, and now I see them for $12 to $14, depending on where I go, which is just ridiculous and sad. Especially in a world where this guy, who doesn't have that much less going on, only costs $5. That's my big thing. This guy for $5 is a great deal in comparison to 10 or 12 for this one. The robot mode, way cooler for this dude, but yeah, I don't know. Dinosaur mode, again, let's get the box out of the way. Dinosaur mode, I think this guy's a winner. It's just a little bit bigger, maybe a bit more stylized, but half the price and pretty much the same thing. Yeah, this guy's a total winner, especially with those missile pods on there. That just adds a little bit extra color and makes him just that much more of a war machine. This guy, man, neither of them can do a mouth chomp. That's the biggest fail of all. How do you do a T-Rex toy and not have the mouth open up? Boo! But otherwise, like, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thank you for joining me for this Christmas Eve special edition of Transformer Tuesdays, looking at some dinosaur action. We'll catch you next time.